Hey, it's Dr. Schmidt. So I want to go over some success stories, three of them. And I put this up. This is a random selection of specialties in medicine. And this primarily for this first case. And this is a gentleman that's been with me for 4 weeks. What happened to him when he was 19, he went into the military and he got vaccinated. He was sick for 2 months after that. And then the second round of vaccines, he got very weak. So now he's in his 30s and his neck is stiff, joint pain in his hands and feet, scalp psoriasis, low energy. His digestion is off. He's got constipation. So you could send him maybe to the rheumatologist for his hand and foot pain. You could send him to immunology because of a reaction to a vaccine. You could send him to a dermatologist for the psoriasis. You could send him to orthopedics because his neck is stiff. You could send him to internal medicine for the constipation. You can send him to endocrinology because he's tired. Maybe it's his thyroid. So when I first talked to him, he said that 2 years ago he did a cleanse, a juice cleanse, and he got rid of a parasite. Okay, that's all I need to hear. So I put him on Para 1 and 2, and you may have heard me talk about these two supplements. I've been talking about them for a couple of years. In 4 weeks, he's 20 to 25% better in all departments. So what's interesting is he's telling me the reactions going through this process, and it's not always easy. And I went through it, and I got rid of parasites. And so here's how to describe it. So you get these twinges in your body. You can have some pain over here, and then it disappears, and it shows up in your elbow, and it disappears, and now it's in your abdomen. So pain that moves around, it's just awkward, it's weird. And then he's blowing his nose, and he's getting these little white specks out that are hard. I call them parasites. They can be evaluated at a hospital or at a lab. They may call it something else. I don't care. It's out. They're coming out. I have another patient a week ago. He was on Para 1 and 2. He started getting parasites out of his nose too. But the best supplement to clean the sinuses out is the Para 3. So the point here is that all these specialties are missing the bigger picture. That's the problem being in a specialty. My specialty is fixing the human body using nutrients and herbs, anything that comes from Mother Nature. That's where it's at. Next case is a gentleman all the way on the other side of the world. And when I first talked to him in October of last year, 2019, he had food allergies. He was very tired. He couldn't take any supplements. I sent him a few supplements in the mail. 3 days, it took a month to get there. 3 days later, after taking the supplements, he had to stop them. So I talked to him again in January of 2020, and I put him on, these are new products, these three. I don't have a name for them. I don't want to call them the Three Amigos. But they're phenomenal together. They're all liquids from Cellcore Biosciences. So I talked to this guy now, and he's 60 to 70% better. With the anxiety, his energy is up, his motivation is better, and now he can ride his mountain bike and his blood pressure is coming down. So phenomenal results with 3 products. These are foundational products. My next case is a woman who had a horrible work environment. And I'll just leave it at that. It was so bad she had to take leave. She's on Social Security disability. She's not at work. She can't work. Anxiety here and depression, lack of motivation. She went to see psychiatry. She went to see psychology. She got some talk therapy. And she's still kind of a mess. And then I put her on this. I asked Bart. Bart stands for Bartonella. That's Lyme. In 6 weeks, she's 50% better. That means she's got a Lyme in her brain. So Lyme means that there's organisms inside the cells. Lyme organisms hate the blood. They leave the bloodstream, they go deep into the joints and into the central nervous system, and they can make you feel bad up here. So that's a phenomenal result. Now getting back to the gentleman who with the parasites, the first case, his next step is Para 3, and that helps get the sinuses cleared, the nose cleared, and I told him his hands will hurt more because it goes into the hands and it cleans them out too. and then they'll feel better. But that's the ups and downs of actually working with the body, making it feel better. Want some help from somebody who knows how to heal the body and specializes in knowing how the body functions and how to make it function better? That'd be me. That'd be somebody in my office. Maybe you got a holistic doctor near you. Sometimes they're a chiropractor, sometimes they're a naturopath, sometimes they're a medical doctor, and sometimes they're an herbalist. So do an internet search, but don't use Google because they're going to squash that information. Use some other search engine. But I'll put at the end of this video the way that you can contact us, and also below you can check that out too. So give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe with this video. Thanks.